Our first senior today is number 10, Eddie Savoy. Eddie is joined today by his parents, Christian and mother, along with his Aunt Esther and brother, Jeremy. Savoy has become a staple in the lineup for Buffs over the last 2 seasons. Seeing him in 106 games since coming to Canyon, Eddie has hit .327 in the maroon and white, with 25 doubles, 2 triples, and 5 home runs to drive in 98 RBIs. Let's give a big hand to number 10, Eddie Savoy. Our next senior is number 15, Will Fenning. Will is joined today by his parents, Scott and Jennifer, along with his sister, Lexi. The Scottsdale, Arizona native starts his 142nd career game today in right field. After transferring to WT in 2020 from Paradise Valley Community College, Fenning has hit a .349 during his career with 47 doubles, 9 triples, and 25 home runs to drive in 139 RBIs. Let's hear it for number 15, Will Fenning. Our next senior is number 17, Kix Farrell. Kix is escorted today by his parents, John and Krista, along with his brother, Jax. Farrell has seen time in 46 career games with 10 starts at shortstop. The Memphis, Texas native has hit .273 during his career, registering 12 hits and driving in 7 runs. He's been a part of 4 trips to the NCAA postseason. Ladies and gentlemen, number 17, Kix Farrell. Our next senior this afternoon is number 21, Mike Mineta. He is joined today by his mother, Rosario. The Farmingdale, New York native has been a staple in the lineup for the Buffs during the last 2 seasons, seeing time in 79 games with 70 starts in the infield to go along with 1 appearance at the mound. Mineta has registered a career batting average of .312 with 13 doubles, 1 triple, and 2 home runs to drive in 40 RBIs. Let's hear it for number 21, Mike Mineta. Our next senior is number 22, Adam Becker. Adam is joined today by his parents, Andrew and Lori, along with his grandpa, Ken. The Lone Star Conference Player of the Year has been a force in the middle of the WT lineup since joining the Buffs in 2022. Becker has a career batting average of .417 with 43 doubles, 3 triples, 37 home runs to drive in 164 RBIs. As this Midland product and All-American honoree is near the top of the most statistical categories in the WT record book, let's hear it for number 22, Adam Becker. Our next senior this afternoon is number 23, Isaac Keene. Isaac is joined today by his parents, Adam and Catherine, along with his sister, Julia, and his girlfriend, Marissa. Keene has made 27 appearances on the mound with 15 starts over the last 2 seasons in the maroon and white. The Norfolk, Connecticut product is 7-4 with a pair of complete games in his 93 innings of work with 80 strikeouts to go along with 1 shutout and 1 save. Ladies and gentlemen, number 23, Isaac Keene. Our next senior is number 24, Tyler Cornett. He's joined today by his mother, Jennifer, and his aunt, Patricia. Cornett has made an immediate impact on the mound for the Buffs during his 1 season in Canyon after transferring from Cameron University. The Shallow Water, Texas product has made 17 appearances out of the bullpen this season, striking out 26 opposing batters while leading the Buffs with 6 saves. Ladies and gentlemen, number 24, Tyler Cornett. Our next senior this afternoon is number 25, Ben Christ. He's joined today by his parents, Carrie and Jalen, along with his fiancée, Rayleigh, and daughter, Sways. Christ has made 13 appearances out of the West Texas A&M bullpen over the last 2 seasons after transferring from Sul Ross State. The Texaco, New Mexico native has registered 21 strikeouts during his 18 innings of work in the maroon and white. Ladies and gentlemen, number 25, Ben Christ. Our next senior this afternoon is number 30, Ryan Johnson. He's joined today by his mother, Kristen, along with his sister, Maura, and his girlfriend, Jackie. Johnson makes his 142nd career start in left field this afternoon as he's become a staple in the WT lineup since transferring from Paradise Valley Community College. The Albuquerque native and All-American has registered a .361 career batting average with 42 doubles, 8 triples, and 17 home runs to drive in 128 RBIs while also being hit by 57 pitches, a WT career record. Ladies and gentlemen, number 30, Ryan Johnson. Our next senior is number 36, Colton Charholm. He's joined today by his parents, Mark and Deborah. Charnholm has become a go-to reliever out of West Texas A&M bullpen over the last 2 seasons after transferring from the University of Washington. The Ennis, Montana product has made 31 appearances for the Buffs, holding an overall record of 8-2 with 52 strikeouts in his 52 innings of work. Ladies and gentlemen, number 36, Colton Charnholm. Our final senior this afternoon is number 44, Bryant Bailey. He's joined today by his parents, Jim and Sabrina, along with his girlfriend, Gabriella, and his aunt, Lottie, and grandfather, Tom. Bailey has seen time in 68 career games with 44 starts in the outfield for the Buffs over the last 2 seasons. The Newton, Texas native has a career batting average of .304 with 7 doubles, 1 triple, and 4 home runs to drive in 34 RBIs. Ladies and gentlemen, number 44, Bryant Bailey. From everyone in Buff Nation, thank you to these 11 student athletes for their hard work on and off the field. Let's hear it one more time for the WT Baseball Senior Class of 2023.
Welcome to Wilder Park here in Canyon, Texas, home to the West Texas A&M Buffaloes here on Senior Day. Today's the final game in this 4-game series, which Angelo State took Game 1 7-5 on Friday night. WT came back to win Game 2 with a 7-3 victory. And then a wild Game 3 on a 4-3 walk-off single by Ryan Johnson, which Kix Barrel was standing at third. Today's game does have some possible playoff seeding implications. If WT can win today and Eastern New Mexico University defeats Lubbock Christian will come here next week. If not, West Texas A&M will travel to Lubbock Christian for the Lone Star Conference tournament where it will begin for them. The seedings as they sit today are Angelo State, number 1 at 39-8. St. Edwards and then UT Tyler, both with a 33-13 record. The 4th seed is again Lubbock Christian, 28-19. West Texas A&M is 5th at 28-19. Sitting in 6th is Texas A&M Kingsville, 25-23 record. Then followed by St. Mary's with a 22-25 record, and then Eastern New Mexico University a 21-25 record, and then sitting 9th is UT Permian Basin, a 20-27 record. Eastern New Mexico and UT Permian Basin did split their series, but with all those games going on today, it could become very interesting. So with that, we'll have starting lineups here. Angelo State batting first, playing center field, will be senior Thomas Kane with a .329 batting average. He's got 152 at-bats, 48 runs and 50 hits on the season, 40 RBI. Batting second is left fielder Jacob Guerrero with a .408 batting average, 157 at-bats, 53 runs, 64 hits, and 44 RBI. Batting third will be Trip Clark. The designated hitter is junior, batting .365 on the season, 170 at-bats, 43 runs scored, 62 hits, and 55 RBI, and he leads the team with 9 home runs. Batting fourth in the cleanup position will be second baseman Austin Beck, a sophomore. He's batting with a .341 average, has 170 plate appearances, 64 runs, 58 hits, 33 RBI. Batting fifth is the first baseman Jordan Williams with a .336 batting average. He has 152 at-bats, 46 runs, and 51 hits, with 45 RBI on the season. Batting sixth is Justin Harris, the shortstop. He's a junior with .349 average, 149 at-bats, scored 44 runs on 52 hits, and has 42 RBI. Batting seventh will be the catcher, Tyler Boggs, a senior. He's batting .406 for the season. He has 96 at-bats, 24 runs scored, 39 hits, and 20 RBI. Batting eighth will be third baseman Camden Kelton, the junior, at the .333 average. He has 126 at-bats this season, 41 runs scored on 42 hits, and 35 RBI. And batting last in the order will be right fielder Jackson Hardy, the senior, .333 batting average. He has 36 appearances or at-bats with 14 runs scored on 12 hits and 5 RBI. Pitching will be Jackson Berry. He's a left-handed pitcher. Pitching, he has a .296 ERA, 3 wins, 0 losses. He's got 9 plate appearances, or 9 game appearances, 2 starts, 1 complete game. He has 24 and a third innings pitched. He's given up 22 hits, 8 runs, all 8 were earned, 7 walks with 23 strikeouts. Opponent's batting average is a .256. For the home team, West Texas A&M Buffaloes, first up will be Mike Manetta, second baseman, senior, hitting .333 on the season. Left fielder Ryan Johnson, a senior, batting .332 on the season. Batting third will be Adam Becker, a senior, hitting .430 on the season. He also leads the team in home runs with 15 and RBI with 72. Corey Smith, the catcher, batting cleanup, hitting .365 on the season. Will Finning, the right fielder, is batting fifth, a senior, hitting .350 on the season. Followed by, in the sixth hole, Eddie Savoy, first baseman, at .284 batting average. Dylan Fesperman is the designated hitter today, batting seventh with a .261 average. And Bryant Bailey, the center fielder, is hitting .304 for the season. And then finally will be Kix Farrell, the shortstop today, is batting .280, and he scored the game-winning run yesterday in the second game. The starting pitcher for West Texas A&M today is Mason Carpenter. He comes into this game with a .720 ERA. He has 1 win, 1 loss on the season. He has 10 appearances, 7 games started. He's thrown for 25 innings. He's given up 31 hits, 22 runs, 20 of those earned. He has 10 walks and 20 strikeouts on the season. The opponents are batting .310 against him. The umpires for today's game behind home plate will be Asa Howard. And then at first base will be Cody Whitehead. And then at third base will be Doug McClure. So everybody, sit back, get your popcorn and drinks ready, as West Texas A&M Buffalo baseball is about to get started here at Wilder Park in Canyon, Texas. And this series has been very interesting. San Angelo came into this game with with only 6 losses on the season, 6 in-conference losses. And West Texas A&M came off their a sweep from Lubbock Christian, and it was the second sweep of the season. That just does not happen to Coach Matt Vanderberg this year. And the playoff implications that it has set forward going into this weekend was going to be very interesting. And West Texas A&M was able to get 2 wins out of 3 so far this weekend, which I know rattled some cages across the nation as the number 2 ranked team dropping 2 games to a team in West Texas A&M who came into this as the 5th in conference and just shocked everybody. But if you're a West Texas A&M fan, you know, if you've been to enough games, you know this team has the power to do things. They've got the ability. There's a lot of talent on this team, and it is really shown in this series as they have stepped forward. As the Buffaloes will take the field just right here before the national anthem. I look forward to bringing you this broadcast. This weekend has been a fun one for myself. I thank the people here at West Texas A&M that have asked me to step in and fill in for Bryce, who has done a wonderful job for WT baseball over the years. And I hope I have done a semi-decent job of filling in those shoes. As we get ready here for the national anthem, you are watching Buff Baseball on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
WT student athletes drink low-fat chocolate milk post-workout because it helps replenish and restore muscles quickly to their peak potential. Scientific studies suggest that the immediate benefits of low-fat chocolate milk include boosted performance, improved training, and higher recovery rates in athletes. Add low-fat chocolate milk to your post-workout routine.
Go Bucks!
The best tailgates start with the best beef, and the best beef starts with Market Street. Market Street, where we do beef the best.
Are big and bright, beef in the heart of Texas. The prairie wide and
Bud Light, proudly brewed
in the heart of Texas.
We are Carpet Tech, and we are family. More than carpet cleaners, we're a team. Diving right in, not afraid to invest in our work and each other. We're killing it day in and day out, never shrinking from a challenge. Our people are 1 part passion, 1 part grit, and about a zillion parts awesome. And we are always looking to add to our family. So what are you waiting for?
We're so
Nice job done by the young lady from Nazareth. That's the second young lady we've had sing the national anthem this weekend for us. Had a little technical difficulty, so took a little longer, but we got it done. So WT will again step up, playing on defense here. As we run around the infield again, we have Mason Carpenter pitching for West Texas A&M. Doing his catching is Corey Schmidt. Over at first base is Eddie Savoy. Second base, Mike Mineta. Playing short is Kix Farrell. And Adam Becker is your third baseman. As we move out to the outfield, in left field, we have Ryan Johnson. In center field, we have Bryant Bailey. And then last but not least, the man with a cannon for an arm, and that is Will Finning. If you've watched any Buff baseball at all this season, even last season, that young man, there's always a chance to throw somebody out at a base somewhere. He has shown off that arm many, many times, and it's been fun to watch. As it gets settled in here, the Thomas Kane, the center fielder, will be leading off for Angelo. Then followed again by Jacob Guerrero, and Trip Clark will be in the hole for Angelo as they get ready to come up to bat. Mason Carpenter, again, junior, with a 7.20 ERA, 10 appearances, 1 win, 1 loss. He has 7 game starts this season for the Buffaloes on 25 innings pitched. So here we go, folks. The umpire's done a little field cleanup work, getting people back in the dugouts. We'll have the first pitch of the final series here of the season before the Lone Star Conference tournament. Here it is. Pitch. Ball inside. Thomas Kane wore a couple of pitches yesterday. Able to get on base, what a leadoff batter's supposed to do. Second pitch of the outing. Strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike now here as we open the game. Mason Carpenter, left-hander, throwing from the windup. Third pitch hit high into left field. Backing up is Ryan Johnson. Over his head, bounces off the wall as he gets the ball back in cleanly, but not after a double by Kane to start this game, this 4th game in the series. That would be Kane's 9th double of the season. You hear a little bit of a crosswind in the crowd, Mike, but looking at the flag, there's not a lot of wind out in the outfield. Jacob Guerrero now stepping in. Kane takes his lead at second. The pitch, high outside. Carpenter, when he works out of the stretch, now he toes the first base side of the rubber. Comes set, looks back to second, comes home with it. Bunt showed, high, ball 2. Lots of times when you see that bunt shown, you throw that high pitch. Lots of times you can get a foul tip, things like that off of that. Guys have a hard time getting the bat out of the way. Carpenter comes set, comes home. Strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike. No outs here in the first. Runner on second. Garrow looks towards his third base coach to get the call. Carpenter from the stretch comes set. Looks towards second. Looks to second again. Now comes home. Bunt shown. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike against Guerrero. Carpenter struggling a little bit here early. He comes set to the plate. Ball inside. He walks him. Now we have runners on first and second with no outs. Designated hitter Trip Clark comes to bat. Clark again batting .365 on the season. Trip Clark again leads his team in home runs and RBI with 9 home runs, 55 RBI. Carpenter comes set, comes home. Bunt shown, Trip bunts it to third base Becker. Becker throws him out at first for the sacrifice. Does exactly what he's supposed to do. So the first out, but runners advance on that bunt. Now you have runners at second and third. Thomas Kane at second, Jacob Garrow at third. Thomas Kane at third, Jacob Garrow at second. Stepping in now is Austin Beck. Carpenter comes set, comes to the plate. Another bunt shown, strike taken, strike one. Again, we've talked about it yesterday, but Angelo plays a lot of small ball, a lot of bunts, a lot of sacrifices. They like to get men on base, move them around, and you can see it in their RBI total. They scatter those RBI throughout the team. Second pitch, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to Beck. Beck was as many walks as he does strikeouts, 32 walks, 33 strikeouts on the season. Runners take their leads at second and third. The pitch, ball 1 outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes now with 1 out. Beck, slightly open stance. Back foot on that right in front of the chalk, not quite on it. Carpenter working from the first base side of the rubber, comes set. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. A little bit of a foul tip there. And Schmidt able to hold on to that ball. So that'll bring up Jordan Williams with runners in scoring position. Williams with a much more open stance. Foot on the back of the batter's box chalk line. Carpenter comes set. The pitch. Ball outside. As Coach Hall calls the pitch in to the catcher and the pitcher. Carpenter steps on the rubber. Runners take small leads. Ball low in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs now. Again, Thomas Kane on first. Jacob Garrow on second. Carpenter comes set from the stretch. Ball outside. 3 balls, no strikes to Jordan Williams. Jordan Williams with 336 batting average on the season. He does have 7 home runs and 45 RBI. Carpenter, the pitch. Hit to Becker at the third. Becker cleans it up and throws it out at first. A 5-3 put out. So Carpenter able to get out of a 2-runner predicament he had put himself in, but gets the ground ball to Becker, and that ends the inning, or the end in the half inning. You're watching Buff Baseball on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
We are Carpet Tech, and we are family. More than carpet cleaners, we're a team. Diving right in, not afraid to invest in our work and each other. We're killing it day in and day out, never shrinking from a challenge. Our people are 1 part passion, 1 part grit, and about a zillion parts awesome. And we are always looking to add to our family. So what are you waiting for?
Delicious, refreshing, Pepsi.
We know that egg producers don't quit at 5 p.m. We don't quit until the job's done either. Bankers' hours don't apply at First United Bank because we believe egg lending isn't a 9-to-5 job. While you're out working the fields or managing the herd, we're making sure your money is working too. Whether it's for livestock, land, or equipment, we're one of the most dominant egg lenders in the state and have been burning the midnight oil since 1907. First United Bank. We know ag lending. We know ag.
Welcome back here to Wilder Park, where Angelo State had 2 runners on second and third and failed to score. And so that brings West Texas A&M to bat here in the bottom half of the first inning. We'll have Mike Mineta, Ryan Johnson, and Adam Becker coming to the plate. Jackson Berry, the left-handed pitcher for Angelo State, with a 2.96 ERA, 3-0 on the season with 9 appearances. Has 23 strikeouts to 7 walks. First pitch, strike 1 to Mineta. Mineta steps back in. Second pitch, hit to the shortstop on his line drive, and he's out. These Angelo State pitchers like to work quickly. Ryan Johnson will now step in. Ryan Johnson batting .332 on the season. The pitch. Johnson fouled that back. Strike 1. Jackson Berry worked from the third base side of the rubber. Just barely puts his toe on the edge of it. Working from the stretch. Second pitch, foul back, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here to Ryan Johnson. Berry, here he comes with the pitch. Johnson fouled another one off to the right side. Johnson just a little bit late with his swing. Here's the pitch. Johnson pops this one up. Down, foul on the right side. The first baseman's over there. The second baseman came in and called him off and caught it. So F4 for the second out in foul territory. Adam Becker now comes to the plate. Becker again batting .430 on the season with 15 home runs and 72 RBI. The pitch. Way outside, ball 1. 1-0 with 2 outs. Pitch from Berry. Low and inside, ball 2. As Becker will step in with a hitter's count. Pitch from Berry. Ball 3. 3-0 to Becker. So far, Berry's been very careful with Becker. The pitch. Outside, ball 4. So that's a walk for Adam Becker. Corey Schmidt now will come to the plate as he has to shed his armor as he's the catcher. So Becker again, no steal attempts at all this season. So don't look for him to be running here either with 2 outs. Schmidt, semi-closed stance, comes in. Barry working from the stretch still. Pitch is wide outside, ball 1. Barry comes set, looks to first. Now comes home with it. Breaking ball, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes now for Schmidt. Becker takes a small lead at first. Pitch home. Strike called on the outside edge of the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike against Schmidt. Barry quickly gets his signal, comes set, looks to first. Becker comes home. Foul back by Schmidt. 2 balls, 2 strikes will be the count on Corey Schmidt here. As gets to see his 5th pitch of this at bat. Barry, even with a runner in scoring position, still works relatively quickly once he comes set. Looks at Becker, now comes home. Ball. Full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Becker will be going with the pitch. Schmidt just needs to put it in play here. He pops up on the right side. And the second baseman chases it towards it, but it will be well out of play. So Becker slowly hustles back to first, if you can do such a thing. Barry gets a new ball from the umpire, and we'll repeat it. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Becker again will be on the run with the pitch. Pitch, fouled back again by Schmidt. So we'll repeat that motion one more time. Barry gets his signal from the catcher. He's ready. He looks towards first, comes home with it. High, ball 4. So back-to-back walks for Jackson Barry, as that'll bring up Will Finning. Will batting .350 on the season with 15 doubles, 3 triples, 5 home runs, and 41 RBI for the Buffs. Runners on first and second. First pitch, ball outside. Yep, Adam Becker on first, and Corey Schmidt on. Adam Becker on second, Corey Schmidt on first. Barry comes set, looks to second. That comes home. Ball wide. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. We have a time called by the Angelo State pitching coach. He wants to come out and visit with his pitcher. We've seen both teams now get into a predicament with runners in the first inning here. West Texas A&M was able to get out of theirs, and hopefully West Texas A&M can punish Angelo State for theirs. The catcher comes jogging back to home. The coach saunters off back to his dugout. We'll reset the scene here. We have 2 balls, no strikes to Will Finning at the plate. Adam Becker standing on second. Corey Schmidt standing on first. They both take slow leads. They are not holding Schmidt on with the 2 outs. Pitch from Barry. Takes strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Finning. Jackson Berry looks to the catcher to get the signal, and he comes set. Does not turn around, and outside. 3 balls and 1 strike now to Will Finning. As Jackson Berry not worried about Adam Becker at all. Never looked back towards second base. He comes set. This time he does, and goes home with it. Foul back by Will Finning. Full count to Will. So the runners will be off again with a 3-2 count and 2 outs. Becker and Schmidt will be on the run. Finning. The pitch. High. Ball 4. That's 3 walks in a row now issued by Jackson Berry. Stepping to the plate is Eddie Savoy. Eddie Savoy with a .284 batting average has 44 hits for the season, 34 runs scored, has 46 RBI, looking to add to that total right here. Jackson Berry comes set with bases loaded. First pitch, ball outside. Angelo State hasn't sent anybody to the bullpen yet to start even doing anything, so Berry's their guy at this point. Here's the pitch. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to Eddie Savoy. Adam Becker on third, Corey Schmidt on second, Will Finning on first. Jackson Berry comes set and comes home. Strike called on the outside edge of the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. Savoy stands with his back foot on the back chalk of the batter's box. Slightly open stance. The pitch. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike now. 2 outs. As you have Adam Becker on third, Corey Schmidt on second, Will Finning on first. Here's the pitch. Strike called. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Eddie Savoy thought it was a ball. Dropped his bat, not to take it first. But the runners will be off here with this pitch. Berry comes set. And here's the pitch. Ball outside. So that's 4 walks in a row now as he walks in a run as Adam Becker comes home. Corey Schmidt goes to third. Will Finning goes to second. And Eddie Savoy makes his way to first. 4 straight walks now for Jackson Berry. Stepping in now is Dylan Fesperman, the designated hitter for West Texas A&M. Fesperman takes ball 1. Fesperman batting .261 on the season. Has had 88 at-bats, 26 runs scored, 27 RBI. Berry comes set. There's the pitch. Taken, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Dylan Fesperman. 2 outs. Bases full of Buffaloes. Berry comes to the plate with it. Hit in the gap between second and third. That'll, of course, score Schmidt. And here comes Finning all the way home. The ball goes through, and he is out at home. So what a throw. WT does score 1 with Corey Schmidt coming home, but Will Finning is thrown out at home plate by the left fielder in Jacob Guerrero. So with that, West Texas A&M scores 2 on 1 hit and no errors. You're watching Buff Baseball on Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
It's got the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of, and now it's here. First Financial Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly, local approval. It's service that just comes naturally to us, much like a love of tradition comes naturally to you. First Financial Bank, you first. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Wilder Park as we head into the top half of the second inning. West Texas A&M has a 2-0 lead over the Angelo State Rams. Mason Caperton is still pitching for West Texas A&M. Caperton was able to get out of a bind in the first inning as he had runners on second and third, and then able to get a sacrifice bunt, strikeout, and a ground out to Becker in that top half of the first inning. So that'll bring up Justin Harris, the shortstop, for they got Todd. Second pitch for a ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Caperton comes to the plate with it. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sorry, folks, they threw me off. Justin Harris has been 41 all weekend. Now he's got 21 on his jersey. Threw me for a loop for a minute. Caperton now comes set. Comes home. Struck him out swinging. So, nice job by Caperton. That'll bring up number 28, Tyler Boggs. Tyler Boggs again batting .406 on the season. He's the catcher. The pitch from Caperton. Hit, stabbed by Becker. Pick jumps up and throws him out at first. Great job by Adam Becker there. That's why they call that the hot corner. That ball is hit extremely hard to him. He went to his right, backhanded that ball. Stood up, able to throw him out cleanly. Stepping in now with Camden Kelton, number 16, the third baseman. The pitch from Caperton takes strike 1. Kelton, 333 on the season. Slightly closed stance. It's the pitch. Ball outside. 1 ball, 1 strike now against Kelton. Have 2 outs here in the top half of the second. Caperton again works from the middle of the rubber on the windup. The pitch. Low. Ball 2. 2-1. Becker playing even with the bag. Everybody else playing standard depths. The pitch. Ball. 3 balls, 1 strike now to Kelton from Caperton. Caperton loosening his arm up a little bit, swing it around. Comes set. Comes home. Ball 4. Issues his second walk of the game. That'll bring up Jackson Hardy, the right fielder. The senior, batting .333 on the season. Has 36 at-bats, 14 runs, 12 hits, 5 RBI. Kelton has 12 steals on the season, 14 attempts. Hardy, ball 1. Jackson Hardy puts his front foot on the chop closest to home plate, back foot on the corner. I mean, you can't be any closer than that without being out of the batter's box. Here's the pitch. Foul down the third base line. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Hardy steps back in. Caperton comes set from the stretch. Throws the first. Not in time. That's one thing a left-hander does have, is the advantage of looking directly at the runner. Most left-handers have a pretty good pick move. Caperton comes set. Looks at first and comes home. Biles popped up. Shallow right field on his horse's thinning, and he catches it. So F9. So the walk does not hurt Caperton in this inning as they strand 1 on no hits. You are watching Buff Baseball here on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
We live where wide open roads lead to wide open spaces, where life is lived a different kind of way. We believe that generosity should always be given, but loyalty can only be earned. Community is sacred. Integrity is learned. We believe in going the extra mile, whether it's time to work or it's time to play. But most important, we believe in doing the right thing, always.
One West is the comprehensive fundraising campaign designed to fuel WT 125 from the Panhandle to the world. We will strengthen WT's impact for the Panhandle region and beyond through a historic, comprehensive campaign, raising $125 million by 2025. The campaign's 3 priorities: people, programs, and places. Now is the time to make a difference for current and future generations. One West.
Welcome back to Canyon, Texas, where the West Texas A&M Buffaloes are hosting Angelo State. Stepping in first here in the bottom half of the second is Bryant Bailey against Jackson Berry. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. Bailey yesterday with a home run to right field. Here's the pitch. Foul back. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Bailey. Bailey with a slightly open stance when he comes in the box. Back foot in the corner. Here's the pitch. Ball 2. Barry working quickly. Third pitch, ball. 3 balls, 1 strike to Bailey. Barry again moving quickly. Bailey takes strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes now. So here it is. Slaps to the third baseman. It hits off his arm, and to first is Bryant Bailey. We'll see if they classify that as a hit or an error. I mean, that was a hard hit ball. It bounced up, caught that third baseman in his forearm. But they do give him an error on that. So we'll call that an E5. Bring up kicks Farrell for West Texas A&M. Kicks, batting .280 on the season. Shows bunt, gets it down to the pitcher. Pitcher turns and goes to second for one, and not able to go to first. As they do end that there, so it would be a fielder's choice. And Bailey Bryant will come off. Bryant Bailey will come off the field. That leaves Kix Farrell at first. Very, very quickly noticed that ball coming right at him, able to turn it. Farrell with the lead. First pitch. Strike one to Mike Mineta. Mineta, again, left-handed batter. Farrell, short lead on first. Mineta hits one over the third baseman's head. That'll send Kix Farrell to second. He looks to go to third and holds up as the left fielder quickly got there. So Mike Mineta with a single advances Kix Farrell to second. That'll bring up Ryan Johnson, who had that game-winning hit yesterday in the game 3 of this series. So Ryan Johnson, as he fouled out to the second baseman in the first inning. They're not going to hold Mineta on. First pitch, strike one. Angelo does have some pitchers down in their bullpen now. Barry comes set, comes home. Pitch outside, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Kix Farrell on second, and Mike Mineta on first. Barry comes set, comes home. Fouled off by Ryan Johnson. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Very nice turnout for today's game here on Senior Day. Beautiful afternoon here in Canyon. Barry coming set. Comes home. Johnson over into the gap at right center. And that'll put everybody up 1 base. So a nice little Texas leaguer there. So Farrell moved to third. Mineta moves to second. And the coach is now taking his trip out to, looks like probably bring in a pitcher. Didn't see him point to anybody, but he is visiting with him. Let's see if there is a man coming in. So we will have a pitching change here. And with that, we'd like to thank Amarillo National Bank for their support of WT Athletics. Amarillo National Bank is locally owned, family strong, here to stay. So we'll take a short time out here. You are watching Buff Baseball on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Suddenlink is now Optimum with award-winning internet, TV, and mobile, giving you the power to get closer and go farther with speed and reliability. With our new 100% fiber internet we're building, together with Optimum Mobile, voted #1 in customer satisfaction, you'll get the complete connectivity you deserve. And when you combine Optimum's award-winning connectivity with our 24/7 customer service, your future is only a connection away.
One West is the comprehensive fundraising campaign designed to fuel WT 125 from the Panhandle to the world. We will strengthen WT's impact for the Panhandle region and beyond through a historic, comprehensive campaign, raising $125 million by 2025. The campaign's 3 priorities: people, programs, and places. Now is the time to make a difference for current and future generations. One West.
Mason Bryant come in to pitch for Angelo State. He brings up Adam Becker to the plate. His first pitch. Foul back, strike one to Becker. Mason Bryant comes into this game, 6.59 ERA. Batting average against him is a 282. He has 3 wins and 1 loss, 42 1/3 innings pitched. Right-handed pitcher comes set. Pitch, foul back, strike 2 to Becker. Becker again, bases loaded here. Kicks Farrell on third, Mike Manetta on second, Ryan Johnson on first after back-to-back hits. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. So that's the second out of this inning. That'll bring up Corey Schmidt. Adam Becker a little frustrated with himself on that swing. Again, bases are loaded with Buffaloes. Corey Schmidt now comes up to bat. See, slowly gets into the box, trying to slow this pitcher down. Bryant comes set, comes home. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Bryant seems to have a pretty good fastball going today. Comes set, comes home. High, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Schmidt. Again, 2 outs. Bases loaded. Schmidt looks like slightly closed stance. Here's the pitch. Low outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike now for Schmidt. Corey Schmidt holds the bat much like Ichiro Suzuki did whenever he would stand at the plate. There's the pitch. Hit the left field and bounces in front of the left fielder. That'll score Farrell. And here comes Manetta for 2. So with that single, Corey Schmidt gets 2 RBI. On that, Ryan Johnson advances to second as the play was in front of him. And that'll bring Will Finning to the plate. Now 2 outs, runners on first and second. Finning at plate, high, ball 1. Corey Schmidt did his job, got 2 in. 4-0 now, West Texas A&M leads this game. Here's the pitch. Low outside, ball 2. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs here. Johnson, short lead off first. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Will Finning. 2 balls, 1 strike now against Will. Again, Johnson a short lead off second. Schmidt, they throw back to second. Not even close. They are not holding Schmidt on at first, but they are holding Johnson on at second slightly. Second baseman's really close to the bag. And he retreats back to his position. Finning, foul ball. Broke the light in the light standard right above the Angelo State dugout as he gets a ovation. And the umpire is going to go over and take a look as there's a lot of glass on that field. They don't want to get players hurt, so they'll take a little bit of a time picking that up. On a short little break here, we'd like to thank Texas Farm Bureau, West Texas Athletics. I'd like to thank Texas Farm Bureau Insurance for their continued support. Texas Farm Bureau members receive free tickets to all WT home sporting events. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, proud sponsor of the Buffaloes. Also, AOMS. West Texas A&M would like to thank AOMS for their continued support of our athletics. AOMS is the official oral surgeon of WT Athletics. It's committed to helping your family keep happy, healthy smiles. Journey Coffee is a proud supporter of West Texas Athletics. Stop in or drive through for your favorite hot or iced drink. Thank you for your continued support for our athletics. As the umpires and coaching staff and Thunder Vision folks continue to pick up pieces of glass over there around the Angelo State dugout. Finning foul ball shattered a glass. I've had season tickets here for I don't know how long, and that's the first time I have ever seen that. But we're back to action here. Finning 2-2 count to him. Bryant comes home with it. Ball low. Full count, 2 outs. We'll see Ryan Johnson and Corey Schmidt on the run here as Finning steps back in the box one more time here. Bryant comes set in the pitch. Fouled off to the right side. Hits the net this time. So the runners jog back to their respective bases. Well, Finning steps back in against Bryant. Again, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners will be on the run. There's the pitch. Finning, swing and a miss. Strike 3. So that'll be the 3rd out of the inning, but not after WT does some more damage on the boards. They score 2 on 3 hits. They do leave 2 here at the bottom half of the 2nd inning. You're watching Buff Baseball on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Welcome to Medi Drive Pharmacy. We greet you by name, and our pharmacists take the time to console you and answer all your questions. Our Health Mart Pharmacy specializes in serving our community with fast, friendly professional service and the highest quality of medicine and health products. We accept most insurance plans, including Medicaid and Medicare, and we offer free in-town delivery to your home or business. Come visit us for all your healthcare needs.
It's got the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of, and now it's here. First Financial Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly, local approval. It's service that just comes naturally to us, much like a love of tradition comes naturally to you. First Financial Bank, you first. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Wyatt Park, home of West Texas A&M Buffaloes, as they host Angelo State Rams here in the 4th game of this series. Pitching is Mason Caperton for WT, and leading off will be Thomas Kane, the top of the order for Angelo State here in the top of the 3rd. Score is 4-0. WT leads this game. Kane steps in, digs in. Caperton from the windup and the pitch. Takes ball 1. Kane, he's ready. Caperton comes set. high, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes now. As Caperton led off the game with a double in the first inning. The third pitch of this bat takes strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike now against Kane. Kane able to advance to third base, but was stranded there. Pitch from Caperton. Strike 2 on the inside part of the plate. And the umpire has Kane confused. He didn't think it was a strike. Unfortunately, sometimes the only thing that matters, the man behind the plate, is his call. Caperton's pitch. Hit to Becker. Becker jumps up, grabs it, throws to first, and Eddie Savoy gets it. Great job by Adam Becker as that ball was hit down into the ground. Took a high hop. Becker, at his 6'4" frame, able to jump up and snag that ball. Made a nice throw to Eddie Savoy at first to get that first out. That'll bring up Jacob Guerrero. Guerrero walked his first at bat and was stranded at second. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. Guerrero batting .408 on the season. Even stance in the middle of the batter's box. Pitch. Low, ball 1. Or ball 2, sorry. 2-0 now the count to Guerrero. Guerrero, a very patient hitter. Seen a lot of pitches this weekend. Third pitch, ball 3 inside. 3-0 now against Guerrero. Caperton again walked Guerrero in the first inning. Trying not to do the same thing here in the third. The pitch. Strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. 1 out here in the top half of the third. Caperton from the windup. The pitch. Strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes against Guerrero. He wasn't looking for that pitch. So with that full count, Caperton and from the windup. Here's the pitch. Fouled off down the right field line and into the concession stand area. So he'll step back in with that 3-2 count. Nothing changes. 1 out. Caperton toes the rubber. Comes home with it. Swinging foul down the right field side, just outside the first base bag. So we'll do it again here. 3-2. Count, 1 out. Caperton comes home with it. Hit the hole between short and third. So a hit for Guerrero. Turns and looks towards second. Decides he'll stay where he is. So Guerrero has a walk and a single in his 2 at-bats. That'll bring up Trip Clark. We had a sacrifice bunt in the first inning as he bunted it towards the third baseman Becker. Becker threw him out. That's where the runners were stranded later. Caperton from the stretch now. Looks towards first. Comes home with it. Ball 1. Guerrero has 15 stolen bases on 19 attempts this season. So, again, one of the threats to run for Angelo. Here's the pitch. hit the third. No, they called a foul ball. Must have hit the batter on the foot. So we'll send everybody back. Now it counts 1 ball, 1 strike to Clark. Caperton gets the call from Coach Hall. And he comes set. He throws to first. Not in time to get Garrow. Garrow back standing up. Again, you just never know with this Angelo team when and how they're going to run. Always trying to make them a little uncomfortable when they're on the base pass if possible. Caperton comes set. Throws the first. Diving Guerrero back in time. Seen several different pickoff moves from Caperton so far in this game. Nope. Throw it to first again. Again, as left-hander, you're watching first base. You have a little bit more choice in what you want to do. You can step off the back of the rubber and throw it. You can step towards first. You can pick your leg straight up, then throw towards first. Comes plate with it, popped up. In foul territory on the first base side, Savoy misses it. As the wind played a little trick on him, as the wind has picked up finally here. But it's blowing kind of out of the southeast, back across from first towards third today. That's not a normal wind in this part of the world. Generally, we have a prevailing southwest wind in the Panhandle, and all the trees lean that way. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Throw back to first. So, Caperton very aware Guerrero's over there. Trip Clark, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top half of the third. Caperton comes set, comes home. Line drive shot to left center. Ryan Johnson fields it cleanly and throws it back in. That'll hold the runner at second. But Garrow able to advance to third on that single. So runners at first and third now. 1 out. Coming to the plate will be Austin Beck. Austin Beck struck out in his first at bat in the 4th inning. Corey Schmidt steps out, signals what defensive play the Buffs should be in. Lots of things Angelo State can put on here that cause confusion on the base paths. Beck shows bunt, pops it up, foul. Hits the net, strike 1. Again, even though Beck's the cleanup batter, he has shown that he will lay down a bunt, sacrifice himself for the team, make things happen. Garrow on third. Trip on first. Line drive, left field, goes over Ryan Johnson's head off the wall. He turns and throws it back in to second. But a double for Austin Beck, and he gets an RBI out of that as Garrow comes home. Trip Clark advances to third. Got that lead now to 4-1 that West Texas has over Angelo State. Stepping in now is Jordan Williams. Williams grounded out to Adam Becker in the first inning. To end that first inning. 1 out. First pitch ball outside to Williams. Caperton from his stretch. Comes set. comes home with it. A line drive to right field in front of Finning. The run will come in. The throw comes into the first baseman, but another run scores on that single by Jordan Williams. Now runners again, first and third. With one out here, score is now 4-2. Corey Smith steps out to get the defensive signal to send out to the guys. Justin Harris now steps in. Harris struck out his first at bat. Harris again, .347 batting average on the season. Caperton comes set. Comes home. Ball one. You have Austin Beck on third. Jordan Williams on first. We have a short time out here as Schmidt wants to go out, confer with his pitcher Caperton, make sure they're on the same page. The Canyon Chamber of Commerce is a proud partner of WT Athletics. The Canyon Chamber works with local businesses to provide economic growth for the city of Canyon. Thank you for your combined support of WT Athletics. Schmidt comes back to the plate after his short visit. Harris steps back in, 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Runners on first and third. Caperton comes to the plate. Between Smith's legs to the backstop. And that'll score a run and advance the runner to second, removes the double play. 3 runners in a row now have scored for Angelo. Got the lead 4-3. So it's 2 balls, no strikes to Justin Harris. Caperton's struggling a little bit in this inning, and Corey Hall will come out and visit with his pitcher. We'd like to recognize Dan Schumann with Edwards Jones is a proud partner of WT Athletics. Thank you for your continued support of our Buffs and Lady Buffs. Also, we'd like to thank Kenny Dean State Farm for being a proud partner of WT Athletics. For great service and great ratings, call Kenny Dean State Farm. Corey Hall is the pitching coach for West Texas A&M, out visiting with his pitcher. More than likely, this is delaying as he's trying to get his reliever time to get warm. But this is all part of the game of baseball that lots of people don't always appreciate. As the umpire walks out, Coach Hall is talking to the umpire. And I'm surprised that the umpire hasn't run him off yet and made something happen. Generally, the umpire walks out and scatters them pretty quickly. But he finally breaks them up. They come back to this. Justin Harris with, again, 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out here. Runner on second is Jordan Williams. Harris again, the shortstop for Angelo State. Caperton comes set. Ball 3. 3-0 count now for Justin Harris. Is Caperton comes set, comes home. Ball 4. 4 straight balls to Justin Harris, and that'll bring up Tyler Boggs. Tyler Boggs grounded out to third base in his first at bat. And now Corey will step out to make his pitching change. Mason Carpenter's day ends with 2 1/3 innings pitched. He's given up 5. He's got 2 men on base that are still his, but he's given up 5 hits so far today with 3 runs. as we see who comes in from the bullpen for West Texas A&M. WT Athletics would like to thank Legends Canyon for being a proud sponsor of WT Student Section for all athletic events. Thank you for your continued support. Looks like we get a number, but if not, we'll go ahead and take a short break here while we let this picture warm up. You're watching Buff Baseball on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Jenkins Doors and Windows began serving the Texas Panhandle in 1927, and we take pride in being a part of your neighborhood. We don't use false promises or gimmicks. We simply offer quality doors and windows at a fair price, and we stand behind every sale. Jenkins is family owned and operated, and proudly continues the traditions of quality and excellence that started over 80 years ago. Call us at 372-4336 or stop by our showroom at 820 West 6th and let our knowledgeable staff help you pick out the perfect doors and windows for your home.
Went for a onside kick. Landed on my knee pretty hard and ended up fracturing my femur. I ended up having to go back and have surgery. Even the day after I had surgery, I was back in the clinic here. It's nice to have people help me rehab at a caliber of what I'm used to feeling like I can do. One thing that I really liked was having access to the turf, because that's what I'm used to playing on. Now, I mean, it feels like nothing had ever happened. You have a choice of where you can go. This is one of the best places in Amarillo.
Welcome to Shimon Dental Group, where every day we're excited to see our patients and treat them like family. We are dedicated to providing you with the highest quality care in a friendly and comfortable environment. Shimon Dental Group's patient-focused philosophy puts your needs front and center.
We are constantly investing in leading-edge technology. Innovations that speed the treatment process and improve aesthetics. We're expanding the breadth of our cosmetic and restorative services through training to provide the best possible outcomes.
Just with the level of commitment that they show to taking care of my family and I, it's absolutely unmatched in this town, so I've been very happy with them.
Brightening smiles for more than 3 decades.
Contact Shimon Dental Group for your appointment today.
Welcome back to Wilder Park, as Justice Hayes will be taking the mound for West Texas A&M as he inherits 2 runners. Jordan Williams on second, Justin Harris on first. Tyler Boggs comes to the plate. Justice Hayes comes home. Ball 1. Justice Hayes, 3.71 ERA on the season. Has 2 wins, 1 loss. 28 hits, 13 runs given up, 11 of those earned. Pitch from Hayes. Fouled off, strike 1 to Tyler Boggs. Boggs again batting .402 on the season. Has 97 at bats, 39 hits. Hayes comes set. Popped up. Straight back. It may hit us on the head. Or our cameraman. It hit right next to our cameraman here, right in front of our press box. Exciting event for him, life-altering. So that's strike 2 on Tyler Boggs. Buy that man a hard hat. Hayes comes set. Pitch to Boggs. And he hits Boggs in the shoulder. No. They're saying that he intentionally threw his arm out there, and he did, and he's going to say. So it'll be 2 balls, 2 strikes on Boggs. You have both managers out there arguing, and the umpire says, I can only talk to one of you at a time. Calm down. Very interesting. So they're going to have a officials conference at the back of the mound there. Raven Reynolds has proudly served the Amarillo area for over 30 years. WT Athletics would like to recognize Rayburn Reynolds for the continued support of our athletics. Lions Realty. We'd like to recognize Lions Realty as a proud partner of WT Athletics. Give them a call at 806-358-3900. Lions Realty, official realtor of WT Athletics. And he is out. So that will also because he intentionally threw his arm out there on a 2-strike pitch, I'm assuming. Then that some of those hit by pitch rules I don't know by heart because they don't come up that often, but that is the second out of the inning, and that will bring up Camden Kelton, the third baseman. And we still have runners on first and second as Jordan Williams is on second, Justin Harris on first. So Justice Hayes settles in on the pitching rubber. And here's the pitch. Ball one. I will say I've seen it called more the last few years where runners or batters have to stay when they get hit by intentionally not moving this year than ever before, or last few years more than ever before. There's a pitch. Ball two. That seems to be a rule of emphasis that the Lone Star Conference has really tried to put. I don't know if it's NCAA, but I know the Lone Star Conference officials have called that. Hayes comes set. The pitch. Low. Ball three. 3 balls, no strikes for Kelton. We have 2 outs. 3 balls, no strikes. Runners on first and second for the Rams. There's the pitch. Foul down the third base line. 3-1 as Hayes gets him a new baseball. And Jordan Williams slowly walks back to second. Hayes comes set and he's ready. The pitch. Ball 4. So that will advance everybody 1 base. Bases full of Rams. Jackson Hardy will step in. Hardy flied out to right field, his first at bat in the second inning, as we are here in the top of the 9th. This is the 9th batter for the Rams in this inning. Justice Hayes comes set. Pitch. Low and in the dirt. Ball 1. Schmidt did a great job stopping that from going to the backstop. Hayes comes set. Here's the pitch. Foul down the first base line. 1 ball, 1 strike now against Jackson Hardy. As Hayes slowly walks around the mound, approaches the pitching rubber. Again, bases full of Rams. Jordan Williams, Justin Harris, Kelton Keller. Here's the pitch. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Ball was a little low. Hayes came in Monday to finish that game. There's the pitch. Bounces it over Becker's head into left field. That'll score 1, and here comes the second one. And the ball is sent into third base for it. And Jackson Hardy with a double, 2 RBI. So the Rams now have a 5-4 lead. All 5 runs being scored here in this inning. And the umpire gives the Angelo State third base coach a warning for something. So that'll bring the leadoff batter, Thomas Kane, back around as he led this inning, started this inning. Runners on second, third, 2 out. Here's the pitch. Strike one. Again, Camden Kelton on third. Jackson Hardy on second after his 2 RBI double. Hayes comes set the pitch. And hit toward shortstop, hits Farrell, and he bobbles it. And that'll let another run score. And Kane on first. For an E6. That'll bring Jacob Guerrero around for his second at bat in this inning. Here's the pitch. Strike one to Guerrero. Guerrero's first at bat walk. His second at bat got a single in this same inning to left field. Here's the pitch. Runner's going and thrown to second, back to home, but not in time. And the ball gets away from Schmidt, and the runner advances to third. So Hardy scores, and then Kane advances on the error. If they call it an error. Hayes, man on third now, 2 outs. 7-4 Angelo lead. Pitch, ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Guerrero. Set the pitch. Ball hit to Farrell. Farrell this time fields it cleanly. Throws it to Savoy, and it's safe. They pulled Savoy off the bag, and that will score Kane. And Coach Vandenberg is out appealing the call that he was pulled off the bag to the home plate, to the first base umpire. See where this leads. WT Athletics would like to thank MediDrive Pharmacy for their support of our athletics. Located on 23rd Street, MediDrive can assist with all your pharmaceutical needs. MediDrive is the official pharmacy of WT Athletics. Mickey's Place we'd like to recognize Mickey's Place is a proud sponsor of WT Athletics. Located on the square in Canyon, Mickey's Place provides a modern twist on the traditional Italian cuisine along with non-Italian favorites. So after discussion, Guerrero will remain at first. Trip Clark will come to bat. Pitch from Hayes. Ball inside. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first. Score now, Angelo State 8, WT 4. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. Clark again hitting .368 on the season. Hayes, long set, throws it, runner going, throw to the second, and he's not in time. He's safe. A stolen base by Jacob Guerrero. So, Trip Clark now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Watches ball 2. 2-2 now. Hayes toes the rubber. Looks towards second. And comes home. Low. Ball 3, have a full count. Trip Clark. First at bat was a sacrifice bunt. Second was a second at bat. First at bat in this inning was a single. And he walks. Ball 4. Now Corey Hall heads out, and he will be making a pitching change for the Buffaloes as he's signaled out to his bullpen. So with that, we will be taking a small short break here. You are watching Buff Baseball on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it. It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Choosing the right countertops for your kitchen can be tricky. Nowadays, there are hundreds of colors, patterns, and textures and materials that range from natural to engineered stone. Marble Depot is here for you throughout every step of the process. And yes, we do have a lot of options that might make that decision a little harder, but we're also going to ask the right questions so that you get the most out of your investment. So come by our showroom and let us help create what you've been dreaming of.
We live where wide open roads lead to wide open spaces, where life is lived a different kind of way. We believe that generosity should always be given, but loyalty can only be earned. Community is sacred. Integrity is learned. We believe in going the extra mile, whether it's time to work or it's time to play. But most important, we believe in doing the right thing, always.
WT student athletes drink low-fat chocolate milk post-workout because it helps replenish and restore muscles quickly to their peak potential. Scientific studies suggest that the immediate benefits of low-fat chocolate milk include boosted performance, improved training, and higher recovery rates in athletes. Add low-fat chocolate milk to your post-workout routine.
Go Bucks!
Welcome back to Wilder Park, where Douglas Rojas will be coming in to pitch, taking over for Justice Hayes. He will come in here with 2 outs in the top half of the third, runners on first and second. Austin Beck will be coming to the plate. Austin Beck, 343 average on the season. His second at bat in this inning. His first one he had a single. Rojas comes set, comes home, foul back, strike 1. So the runners take short leads. The pitch hit to Ryan Johnson in left. That ball will be caught by Johnson on the run. So a fly out to Johnson ends the inning finally, but not after Angelo State puts 8 on the board with 5 hits, but there were 2 errors and there are 2 left on base. You're watching Buff Baseball on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Suddenlink is now Optimum, with award-winning internet, TV, and mobile, giving you the power to get closer and go farther with speed and reliability. With our new 100% fiber internet we're building, together with Optimum Mobile, voted #1 in customer satisfaction, you'll get the complete connectivity you deserve. And when you combine Optimum's award-winning connectivity with our 24/7 customer service, your future is only a connection away.
back here to Canyon, Texas, home of the West Texas A&M Buffaloes, as WT will come to bat against Mason Bryant of Angelo State. Up first is Eddie Savoy. Eddie Savoy had a walk in his first at bat. Their first pitch strike. Bryant. Tall on pitcher. High ball inside. He has a very high leg kick. Right-hander. Here's the pitch. Strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That leg kick brings his knee all the way up to his chest and then comes home very quickly. Fourth pitch. Hit towards second. Picked up, thrown out at first is Eddie Savoy. So a 4-3 put out as the leadoff man is put out here in the bottom half of the third. Now Dylan Fesperman will come to bat for WT. Fesperman with a single to left field in his first at bat. There's the pitch, and he hits Fesperman, and he will take first base. Hit by pitch. And the difference in that hit by pitch and the one that Angelo State had was the Angelo State batter actually threw his elbow out there, and Fesperman was backing away. Caught him in the arm. So that'll bring up Bryant Bailey to the plate. First pitch takes strike one. Bailey reached on an error in the first inning when the third baseman couldn't hold on to it. Hit him in the forearm. There's the pitch, high inside, ball one. One ball, 1 strike. Runner on first, 1 out. Fesperman's not a big lead at first. Here's the pitch. High inside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike for Bryant. That's hard. We've got Mason Bryant pitching and Bryant Bailey batting. I'll try to be clear. Pitch from Bryant. Slap between first and second in the hole. So that will advance the runner. Fesperman to second. Bryant Bailey with a single. So that'll bring up Kix Farrell. Kix Farrell is on a fielder's choice in his first at bat. Scored a run. Farrell steps in. Slightly open stance. There's the pitch. Big strike one. And Fesperman takes a short lead in second. Shortstop drops back into his position. Kicks Farrell. Check swing. Strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. The fans don't agree with the umpires. Short leads by the runners. Here's the pitch. Slap foul down the first base line. So Farrell lives to see another pitch. Mason Bryant. 6.44 ERA now. Comes set. Looks to second. Comes home with it. Low in the dirt. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kix Farrell. Farrell ready. Bryant looks to second and then comes home. Check swing foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes will continue for Farrell. Feshman trots back to second. Again, 1 out in this bottom half of the inning. Farrell gets as close to the line as you can get. Pitch, foul back. Farrell puts his toes on the plate side of the batter's box. Gets as deep in the box as you can get and as close to the plate as you can get. Trying to protect that outside part of the plate. Pitch. Farrell fouls another one off. Continues 1 ball, 2 strikes to Farrell. Mason Bryant has thrown 23 pitches now. Again, Feshman on second. Bryant Bailey on first. The pitch to Farrell, and he hits him in the head. A breaking ball, so no damage done. But that will advance all the runners. Now bases loaded for Mike Mineta.
Number 21, Mike
Mineta lined out to the shortstop in his first at bat, and then singled to left field in his second at bat. Comes up here with bases loaded, 1 out. Mineta, left-hander, against Mason Bryant. Here's the pitch. Ball low. You have a lot of speed in Bryant Bailey and kicks Farrell on second and third. Feshman on third. Here's the pitch. Foul ball. Strike 1. Fouled that off his foot. Again, 1 out. So the runners have got to be careful. Don't get caught on a back pick. And don't run yourself out of an inning. Mineta, he's ready. The pitch. Hits it up the middle. Fielded by the shortstop, flipped to second, but not going to be in time to get to first. So Feshman will score on that fielder's choice. And that will advance Bryant Bailey to third.
And at number 30, Ryan Johnson.
It was a 6'4" fielder's choice. So that brings up Ryan Johnson. First pitch strike. Mineta has stolen 4 bases this year. 2 outs. There's the pitch. In the dirt. Catcher's able to stop it. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now is Ryan Johnson. Bryant Bailey on third. Mike Mineta on first. Score is now 8-5. Angelo State over WTAMU Buffaloes. Mason Bryant comes set. Pitch. Ball 2. Ryan Johnson fouled out to the second baseman in the first inning and had a single to right field in the second inning. Here we are in the bottom of the third. Here's the pitch. Foul ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Ryan Johnson. 2 outs. Mason Bryant, pitcher, comes set. Looks third, comes home. Ryan Johnson watches the ball go by. 3 balls, 2 strikes now. Full count, 2 outs. Mineta will definitely be on the move at first. He's not going to be held on, so he can get a bigger lead. And there he goes. Foul back. Ryan Johnson. So Mineta will trot back to first. Ryan Johnson digs back in against Mason Bryant. Comes set, Mineta the big lead. Now he takes off. Johnson hits it to second, fielded it cleanly, thrown to first for the out. So that'll end WT's threat here in the bottom half of the third, as WT is able to score one, but they leave two on base. You're watching Buff Baseball on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Since 1933, the Panhandle Plains Historical Museum has housed the vast history of Panhandle Plains, given back to the community, and provided educational resources to those who live here. Located on the campus of West Texas A&M University, PPHM is free to all students, faculty, and staff at WT. We offer volunteer opportunities, internships, and hands-on research experience. From prehistoric times to pioneer travels, there's something for everyone at the largest history museum in Texas. Stop by and see us sometime. Oh, and don't forget, go Buffs!
Welcome back to Buff Baseball as the West Texas A&M Buffaloes trail Angelo State Rams here as we head into the top of the fourth inning, 8-5. Leading off for Angelo will be Jordan Williams, followed by Justin Harris and Tyler Boggs. Pitching is Douglas Rojas for West Texas A&M. Rojas comes set from the stretch. The pitch. Ball one. Lots of relief pitchers just come in. They start from the stretch. Very few go to the windup anymore. Rojas. Second pitch. Popped up. Shallow center. And Mineta calls everybody off and takes it himself. For the first out of this half inning. That ball was drifting away from Mineta a little bit as the wind is blowing again from right field to left field. Stepping in now, Justin Harris for Angelo State. First pitch to him. Ball outside. Douglas Rojas looks at his wristband to get the pitch call from Coach Hall. Steps on the rubber. And the pitch. Strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike now for Rojas. Comes set. And the pitch. Fouled straight back. Strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes against Justin Harris. Harris did have that strikeout in the second inning and a walk in the third inning, and he did score in that third. There's the pitch. Flat foul towards the WT dugout. WT Athletics would like to thank Texas Farm Bureau Insurance for the continued support. Texas Farm Bureau members receive free tickets to all WT home sporting events. And the pitch. Slap to the hole between shortstop and third for a single for Justin Harris. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance proud sponsor of the Buffaloes. So Tyler Boggs now comes to the plate. Boggs grounded out to Adam Becker, the third baseman in the second inning, and then was hit by a pitch. But since he'd thrown his arm out there, bases are loaded, and he had his 2 strikes, he was called out in the third. Swinging at the first pitch, strike 1. Rojas steps on the rubber. Bob steps to the plate. Throw to first. Just to hold the runner on. Justin Harris on first. Harris has 14 stolen bases this year on 17 attempts. He's got a decent lead. Breaking ball, strike 2 from the lefty. No balls, 2 strikes to Boggs. And Harris, he had taken a pretty good size lead, and when Rojas lifted his leg, he took a step back to first. Comes home with it. Swinging, strike 3. That's the second out of the inning. Rojas now will face Camden Kelton. Kelton walked in the second inning and walked and scored in the third inning. Goes to first with it. Not in time. Again, keeping a close eye on Justin Harris. Rojas now toes the rubber. Comes set. Comes home with it. High. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. With the 2 outs here. Top half of the 4th. Pretty even stance for Kelton in the batter's box. Pitch over or throw over to first, not in time. Runner's back standing. Again, lots of those throws are just to keep them close. Rojas throws back to first. Runner back safely, standing up. And Harris. As the score is 8-5, Angelo State over WT here in the top half of this 4th inning. Rojas comes home with it. High, outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs, runner on first. Big lead this time by Harris. Pitch comes home. Ball 3. They're looking for something to happen there. Curveball didn't break. Rojas shakes his head. That comes set. Pitch home. Strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. This is the 3rd time Kelton's been in this predicament. 3 balls, 1 strike in this game. 2 walks previously. Harris takes a significant lead. Pitch, high, ball 4. Earned his 3rd walk of the game. So that will bring Jackson Hardy to the plate. Hardy with a double to the left corner in the last at bat, and he flied out to right field in his first at bat. Hardy has that .342 batting average on the season. Rojas, runners on first and second, comes set, comes home, ball outside, ball 1. Rojas looks towards second, looks at first, now comes home with it. Ball's hit high in the air. Ryan Johnson lost it for a second. I think he's found it now. He sees it, catches it in left field for the 3rd out of the inning. He did make it adventurous right off the bat, though. He wasn't exactly sure where it was able to track it down looking up into that high sky today. So after that, there's one hit and 2 left on base here. Angelo State leads 8-5 as we head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. You're watching Buff Baseball on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. 1 for you, 1 for him, and 1 for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
Deep in the heart of Texas, the prairie
Bud Light, proudly brewed
in the heart of Texas.
And we're back to Canyon, Texas, where Adam Becker steps to the plate for West Texas A&M against Mason Bryant. First pitch. Strike 1. Becker will be followed by Corey Schmidt and Will Finning. Next pitch. Low, ball 1. Becker with a walk in the first, scored a run, and then struck out swinging in the second. Third plate appearance today. Ball outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Is Bryant to Becker. Becker did have a home run on Friday night. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Becker, open stance. Pitch, foul, back. Strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ball was probably a little high to swing at, but Becker took a hack at it. We have full count from Bryant to Becker. The pitch. Hit to the third baseman. Fielded cleanly. Long throw and dug out of the dirt for a 5-3 putout. Corey Schmidt now steps up to the plate for the Buffs. Corey Schmidt walked in the first and had a single in the second. Had 2 RBI with that single. Schmidt, first pitch swinging. Strike 1. And the umpire again doing some house cleaning over in the dugout, getting guys back in there. He's been very consistent with that over the years as well here. A pitch from Bryant. Popped up by Schmidt down the right field line, and it is out of play. So no balls, 2 strikes against Corey Schmidt. 1 out. Pitch, swing, strike 3. Schmidt couldn't catch up to that fastball. That'll bring Will Finning up. Will had a walk in the first inning, was thrown out at home, and then struck out in the second. So Finning, even stance, steps in, foot on the back chalk. First pitch. Inside, ball 1. Mason Bryant, again working quickly, comes home with it. Finning fouled that one back on the first base side. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out. Trailing 8-5 is Buffalo, trying to get a hit. Foul down the third base line. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Raven Reynolds, proudly serving the Amarillo area for over 30 years. WT Athletics would like to recognize Raven Reynolds for their continued support of our athletics. Bryant comes to the plate. Fenning fouled it back. So he'll continue with his 1-2 count. 2 outs. If Fenning gets on, we'll see Eddie Savoy come to the plate. There's the pitch. Fenning, little blooper over to the second baseman. Long throw, and in time. So 4-3 put out. So WT 3 up, 3 down, has no runs on no hits. There are no errors for the Buffs in the bottom half of the 4th. As we head to the top of the 5th, you're watching Buff Baseball on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Welcome to Shimon Dental Group, where every day we're excited to see our patients and treat them like family. We are dedicated to providing you with the highest quality care in a friendly and comfortable environment. Shimon Dental Group's patient-focused philosophy puts your needs front and center.
We are constantly investing in leading-edge technology. Innovations that speed the treatment process and improve aesthetics. We're expanding the breadth of our cosmetic and restorative services through training to provide the best possible outcomes.
Just with the level of commitment that they show to taking care of my family and I, it's absolutely unmatched in this town, so I've been very happy with them.
Brightening smiles for more than 3 decades.
Contact Shimon Dental Group for your appointment today.
Welcome back to Wilder Park as the West Texas A&M Buffaloes are hosting the Abilene State Rams. Angelo State leads 8-5 over West Texas A&M. We're heading here into the top half of the 5th inning. Thomas Kane, the leadoff man, as he bats first, followed by Jacob Guerrero and Trip Clark. Still on the mound for West Texas is Douglas Rojas. Here's the first pitch. High ball 1. Kane steps back in. Rojas comes set. Shows bunt. Takes strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Kane. Kane just seeing if anybody's paying attention. Adam Becker playing in what would be the edge of the grass if we had grass. Pitch. Inside, ball 2. Counts now 2-1 for Kane. And Rojas gets the call from Coach Hall. Comes set. The pitch. High. Outside, 3-1 now the count. Kane started off the game with a double. They grounded out in the 3rd and also reached on an error in the 3rd. Takes strike 2. Scored a run in the 3rd. So that brings up his 4th plate appearance for the game here in the 5th inning. Foul ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes it remains. Kane looks out towards Rojas. He's ready. There's the pitch. Hit right back at Rojas and caught it. 1 unassisted. That was pure self-defense by Rojas. And that'll bring up Jacob Guerrero. Guerrero, a walk in the first, a single in the third. Here's the pitch. Strike one. And then another hit in the third. Stole a base. There's the pitch. Line back up the middle. It'll be picked up by Bailey, thrown back in. Guerrero reaches first again. It's his fourth time to reach first base. Rojas gets the call from Coach Hall. Now he toes the rubber. Left-hander from the third base side of the rubber. Guerrero, big lead. Fouled off by Trip Clark. Out of play on the right field side into the dugout, or the bullpen of Angelo State. Trip Clark. Sacrifice bunt in the first. Single in the third. And a walk in the third. Scored a run in the third. Rojas goes over to first. Not in time. Guerrero back up standing. Rojas looks at Guerrero. Comes home with it. Slow breaking ball. Strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes. No ball, 2 strikes. 1 out here. Top of the fifth. Guerrero takes a slow lead off at first. Coming home. High. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Rojas taking his time. He comes set. Looks first. Goes to first with it. Runner back up safely. Again, Guerrero with that 1 stolen base already in this game. There's the pitch. Outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Against Tripp. Ball's hit high out to left center. Bailey brings it in and throws it back, and that'll send Guerrero back to first. So with 2 outs now, Austin Beck will step to the plate. Beck struck out in the first inning. He had a double to the left field fence in the 3rd inning, and then flied out to left fielder in the third, also in the 3rd inning, in that inning. Runners going, balls hit to Adam Becker, knocks it down, throws back it out. 5-3 put out for the 3rd out of the inning. So with 1 hit, no runs, and 1 left on base, Angelo State leads 8-5 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. You're watching Buff Baseball on Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it. It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Welcome back to Buff Baseball as Angelo State's taking the field defensively here in the bottom half of the fifth. Mason Bryant still in pitching for Angelo. Coming to bat for WT will be Eddie Savoy, Dylan Fesperman, and Bryant Bailey. Savoy with a walk in the first and a ground out to the second baseman in the third. Bryant, his first pitch. Low, ball one. Second pitch. Low, ball two. 2-0 count now for Savoy. Third pitch in the dirt. 3-0 now for Savoy. Bryant worked on 1-2-3 inning this last inning. Here's the pitch. Ball four. So Savoy will trot down to first. That'll bring up Dylan Fesperman. Fesperman with a single to left field in the first inning. And then he was hit by a pitch and scored a run in the third. Savoy, short lead at first. Fesperman pitches home. Strike one. Bryant comes set, comes home with it. Hitting the gap again by Fesperman between short and third. A little blooper there. So he gets to first with another single. And that will advance Eddie Savoy to second. And out heads Angelo State's coach. Going to visit with his guys here. The Canyon Chamber of Commerce is a proud partner of WT Athletics. The Canyon Chamber works with local business to provide economic growth for the city of Canyon. Thank you for your continued support of WT Athletics. As he brought in a relief pitcher, we'll go ahead and take a short time out here. You're watching Buff Baseball on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Carpet Tech, and we are family. More than carpet cleaners, we're a team. Diving right in, not afraid to invest in our work and each other. We're killing it day in and day out, never shrinking from a challenge. Our people are one part passion, one part grit, and about a zillion parts awesome. And we are always looking to add to our family. So what are you waiting for?
Delicious, refreshing, Pepsi.
Choosing the right countertops for your kitchen can be tricky. Nowadays, there are hundreds of colors, patterns, and textures and materials that range from natural to engineered stone. Marble Depot is here for you throughout every step of the process. And yes, we do have a lot of options that might make that decision a little harder, but we're also going to ask the right questions so that you get the most out of your investment. So come by our showroom and let us help create what you've been dreaming of.
Welcome back as Angelo State has a new pitcher and Austin Teal has come in, replaced Mason Bryant. West Texas A&M has runners on first and second. And Bryant Bailey will be at bat for WT. Bailey reached on an error in the second and a single in the third. First pitch from Teal. Bailey shows bunt. It's bunted down the third base line, and long throw gets Bailey at first, but the sacrifice works. Advanced the runners. So the 5-3 put out on the bunt for the first out of the inning. Now bring up Kix Farrell. Eddie Savoy now on third. Dylan Feshman on second. Teal, left-hander, working from the first base side of the rubber. Comes set. Pitch. High. Ball one. Savoy, short lead at third. Feshman, short lead at second. One out. The pitch. Hit back up the middle. Shortstop will field it. Throw to first, but WT does score a run as Savoy comes home on the 6-3 put out. That will advance Feshman to third. Now Mike Mineta comes up with a runner on third. Teal comes to the plate. High inside, ball one. Mineta lined out to the shortstop in the first. A single to left field in the second. And then flows outside. Here's the pitch from Teal. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 1 strike. And then hit into a fielder's choice, 6-4 in the third. Mineta, defensive swing, foul back. Strike 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Teal gets the signal from the catcher, comes set. And the pitch, again, fouled off down the third base side is Mineta. Feshman still standing on third with these 2 outs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mineta with a single can cut this lead down to 1 more. Fouled straight back. As the score is 8-6. Angelo over WT here in the bottom half of the 5th. Mineta comes, he's ready. Teal comes set. Feshman's short lead on third. Pitch, high. Ball 3. Full count on Mineta. Seen a lot of Teal pitches now. Here's the pitch. Popped one up to center field. The center fielder drops back and catches it cleanly. So with that being the third out of the inning, WT does get another one back as they trail now 8-6 as we head to the top of the 6th inning. You're watching Buff Baseball on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
This is gonna be tough. I mean, that's a bag full of Whataburger's Buffalo Ranch chicken strip sandwiches. With tangy buffalo sauce and creamy buttermilk ranch, melty Monterey Jack cheese, and 3 crunchy chicken strips. How long will you have to wait before you enjoy yours? Oh, about that long. Whataburger's Buffalo Ranch chicken strip sandwich is back for a limited time. Just like you like it.
Welcome back as Colton Tarnholm has taken over the pitching duties for Rojas. He'll step in here. Senior day this is his senior day appearance as a senior on this Buff team. Tarnholm, let's see, come into this game with a 9.72 ERA. He's got 8 1/3 innings pitched, 13 hits, 12 runs, 9 of those earned. He's got 5 walks and 7 strikeouts for the Buffs. Leading off will be Jordan Williams for Angelo State, followed by Justin Harris and then Tyler Boggs. Jordan Williams, first at bat, grounded out to third base. Second at bat, had a single to right field. His third at bat, he flied out to the second baseman. So, Tarnholm now, left-hander, throws the rubber from the first base side of the rubber. First pitch, takes the catcher's glove off his hand, ball 1. Second pitch is, get ready here. Tarnholm comes set. And the pitch. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now against Jordan Williams. Again, Angelo State leads this game 8-6 here in the top of the 6th. Tarnholm looks to the catcher's mitt, comes home with it. Foul ball. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He fouled that one off the top of the WT dugout. As they retrieve the ball from the field. Williams steps back in. The pitch. Slapped to the hole between short and third for a single. As Jordan Williams, so he leads off with a hit, and that'll step in Justin Harris. Harris struck out his first at bat, walked his second, and then a single in his third at bat. Tarnholm looks over at first, comes home with it. Bunt shown, bunt foul. Strike 1. Again, you've always got to be ready for this Angelo State team to lay those bunts down, make a steal, make double moves on the bases. Justin Harris shows bunt again. Pitch outside. Ball 1. Jordan Williams doesn't take a large lead over at first. He's only got 4 stolen bases on 10 attempts this season. But it doesn't mean they won't move him with a bunt. Pitch, bunt shown, right back to Tarnholm, and he goes to second. Gets the force out there. But Harris will reach first on the fielder's choice. So that'll bring up number 28, Tyler Boggs. We have 1 out here in the inning. Justin Harris on first. Charnholm's first pitch. Strike one. Boggs looks down to third base to get the signal from the coach. Harris takes a short lead at first. Charnholm comes home. Runner's going. Caught the Charnholm. He line drive to him and throws it to first for the double play. What a play by Charnholm. This is the second pitcher we've seen make that defensive stab, and very aware to get it back to first as the runner was going. So 1, 2, 3 inning here as Buffs will get off the field defensively. You're watching Buff Baseball on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Headquarters and get helped, get fitted, and get your questions answered, and find out about our price matching online today.
Welcome back to Wyatt Park, where Angelo State has an 8-6 lead over the West Texas A&M Buffaloes. We head here to the bottom of the sixth inning. Austin Teal still remains the pitcher for Angelo. Leading off will be Ryan Johnson, followed by Adam Becker and Corey Schmidt for WT. We'd like to recognize Dan Schumann, Edward Jones, as a proud partner of WT Athletics. Thank you for your continued support of our Buffs and Lady Buffs. WT Athletics would like to thank MediDrive Pharmacy for their support of our athletes. Located on 23rd Street, MediDrive can assist with all your pharmaceutical needs. MediDrive is the official pharmacy of WT Athletics. And Ryan Johnson approaches the plate. Ryan Johnson fouled out to the second baseman in the first, had a single to right field in the second, and then grounded out to the second baseman in the third. The first pitch. Strike one taken. Johnson, back foot right at the chalk, even stance. Here's the pitch. Fouled off to the right side, strike two. No balls, 2 strikes. As Teal steps on the rubber to come to Johnson. Comes set. Pitch. Johnson fouled it down the third base line with a little dribbler. Johnson again leads the nation in hit by pitch. Here's the pitch. Hits one towards shortstop. It's dug out, thrown to first in time. 6-3 put out. Johnson will head off the field. Adam Becker will step up. Becker with a walk, a strikeout, and a ground out to the third baseman in his 3 plate appearances today. Austin Teal, he's ready, comes set. Here's the pitch. Ball outside. 1 ball, no strikes to Becker. Second pitch fouled off on the right side. Strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike to Becker. There's Teal with his 1.27 ERA. pitch. High, ball 2. Teal came in with he's got 21 in a third innings pitch. Give up 13 hits, 6 runs. 3 of those are earned. Here's the pitch. A bouncer towards third base. And throw across the bag. It's out for Becker. So Jordan Williams cleaning up that throw from Camden Kelton. Corey Schmidt now steps to the plate for West Texas A&M. Corey Schmidt with a walk, single, and a strikeout today. First pitch, high, ball 1. Schmidt, even stance, back foot on the rubber, on the dirt, on the chalk for pitch. Strike 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. Teal comes set. Schmidt takes high, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike with 2 outs here. WT again trailing 8-6 here in the bottom half of the 6th. Schmidt ready for the pitch. Comes. Low, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Good pitchers count here, or batters count here for Schmidt. They just haven't had a whole lot of success here against Teal yet. Here's the pitch. Inside, strike 2. Full count. Caught the black on that plate. Schmidt fouls that one back. Keeps his 3-2 count. Trying to get his pitch now. See if he can find something to drive. Third baseman playing very close to the line. Shortstop shifted over closer to third base. The middle is wide open. Pitch. It's fouled straight back by Schmidt. The first baseman also playing close to the line. Basically a no doubles defense on the infield. Teal comes set. Pitch. Ball outside. So Schmidt got his second walk of the day. That'll bring up Will Finning. Will walked in the first, struck out in the second, grounded out to the second baseman in the fourth. So with 2 outs, Schmidt on second. Finning hits one up, and the shortstop popped up to the shortstop. That ends the inning. So with no hits, no runs, no errors, 1 left on base, the West Texas A&M Buffaloes trail Angelo State Rams 8-6 as we head to the top of the 7th. You're watching Buff Baseball on Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
This is a walk-on athlete. They train longer and put their heart into the game. This is the passion we're built on. It's why we put our heart into creating game day with a taste of Louisiana. Walk-ons, we live for this.
Jenkins Doors and Windows began serving the Texas Panhandle in 1927, and we take pride in being a part of your neighborhood. We don't use false promises or gimmicks. We simply offer quality doors and windows at a fair price, and we stand behind every sale. Jenkins is family owned and operated, and proudly continues the traditions of quality and excellence that started over 80 years ago. Call us at 372-4336 or stop by our showroom at 820 West 6th and let our knowledgeable staff help you pick out the perfect doors and windows for your home.
Welcome back to Wilder Park as West Texas A&M trails Angelo State 8-6 here in the fourth and final game of this series. WT leads the series 2-1. Charnholm on the mound for WT. Coming to the plate will be Camden Kelton for Angelo. Kelton walked in the second, walked in the third, walked in the fourth. Charnholm, left-handed pitcher, stands on the first base side of the river. Comes home with it. Low, ball one. Kelton, again with 3 walks so far in this game. Also has a .333 batting average on the season. The pitch. Popped him up this time. Manetta chasing it down and over his head and bounces away from everybody, and he'll end up at second. It's Kelton running the whole way. That ball was lost in the sun. Manetta came a long way. Finning had to come way up. Savoy couldn't get back to it. It bounced between the 3 of them. One of the shallowest doubles you'll ever see. So that'll bring up Jackson Hardy. First pitch shows bunt. Becker comes in, fields it. Throws Hardy at it first for a sacrifice. But that does advance the runner to third. Camden Kelton now standing at third base with Thomas Kane coming to bat. Kane with a double, his first at bat. Ground out to third in his second at bat. Error on the shortstop in the third at bat. And then line out to the pitcher in his fourth at bat. Kane takes ball one. Charnholm comes set. Pitch. Foul back. 1-1 now the count. As Charnholm now steps onto the rubber. He's set. Here's the pitch. Bunt showed. Taken. Strike 2. Kane drew his bat back. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Matt's calling his outfielders in a little bit, keeping the ball in front of them. Get ready to throw somebody out at home if they've got to. The infield is in. Here's the pitch. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Charnholm comes to set. Looks towards Kane. The pitch. Kane grounds to second base. Manetta throws him out, but the runner scores. A 4-3 put out as that ball was very slowly hit and bounced, but Angelo able to tack on 1 more run to their lead, now 9-6. That'll bring up Jacob Garrow. His first at bat, he walked. Had a single to left in his second at bat, another single to left in his third at bat, and then a single to center his fourth at bat. Here's the pitch, ball outside. from Charnholm. Garrow's ready. There's the pitch. Ball outside. 2 balls, no strikes for Charnholm to Garrow. Nobody on base. Defense playing standard positions. No shifts. Here's the pitch. Strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike from Charnholm to Garrow. There's the pitch. High. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike to Garrow. Charnholm comes set, comes home. Ball's lifted to left field. Ryan Johnson backing up all the way to the fence, and he watches it hit the scoreboard over his head. So a solo shot by Garrow on a 3-1 count. And that extends the lead now 10-6 here in the top half of the 7th inning for Angelo State. That'll send up Trip Clark to bat here in the 7th inning with 2 outs.
Number 32, Trip Clark.
And Schmidt slowly walks out to talk to Charnholm. We'd like to thank Amarillo National Bank for their support of WT Athletics. Amarillo National Bank, locally owned, family strong, here to stay. WT Athletics would also like to thank Legends Canyon for being a proud sponsor of the WT student section for all athletic events. Thank you for your continued support. Now, Coach Hall steps out, calls for a relief pitcher here in the top half of the 7th. That'll end the afternoon for Charnholm. And with that, we will take a short time out. You're watching Buff Baseball on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Since 1933, the Panhandle Plains Historical Museum has housed the vast history of Panhandle Plains, given back to the community, and provided educational resources to those who live here. Located on the campus of West Texas A&M University, PPHM is free to all students, faculty, and staff at WT. We offer volunteer opportunities, internships, and hands-on research experience. From prehistoric times to pioneer travels, there's something for everyone at the largest history museum in Texas. Stop by and see us sometime. Oh, and don't forget, go Buffs!
Energy is a glowing sphere of hot gas. It's an ocean of air. And at Excel Energy, we make it safe. It's why we train first responders. Help you identify where utility lines are buried. Sir, do not dig there. And it's why we study the flight paths of majestic golden eagles before we build a wind farm. Safer energy, people. It's all part of a carbon-free 2050. You, us, together.
Delicious, refreshing, Pepsi.
Jenkins Doors and Windows began serving the Texas Panhandle in 1927, and we take pride in being a part of your neighborhood. We don't use false promises or gimmicks. We simply offer quality doors and windows at a fair price, and we stand behind every sale. Jenkins is family owned and operated, and proudly continues the traditions of quality and excellence that started over 80 years ago. Call us at 372-4336 or stop by our showroom at 820 West 6th and let our knowledgeable staff help you pick out the perfect doors and windows for your home.
Welcome back to Wilder Park, where Brendan Burdone has come in to take the place of Colton Charnholm. Burdone comes into this game with 8 innings pitched. He's given up 21 hits and 18 runs, 16 of those earned. Got 9 walks, 7 strikeouts, 4 doubles, and 2 home runs. Stepping up to the plate is number 32, Trip Clark. Clark again with a ground out to third base, a single, a walk, and a fly out to center field in this game. Perdone's first pitch, ball outside. Perdone, a right-handed pitcher. He sets up on the first base side of the rubber. Comes set. A pitch. Strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike now for Perdone against Clark. Perdone comes in with 2 outs. Trying to get it out of this inning. A pitch. Pop foul on the first base side. Strike 2. Perdone comes set. Comes home with it. Line right at Adam Becker for the 3rd out. Blair, I'm not sure Becker wasn't just defending himself, but that he got the ball coming right at him. So with that, Angelo State scores 2 runs on 1 hit here in the top half of the 7th inning. You are watching Buff Baseball on Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
WT student athletes drink low-fat chocolate milk post-workout because it helps replenish and restore muscles quickly to their peak potential. Scientific studies suggest that the immediate benefits of low-fat chocolate milk include boosted performance, improved training, and higher recovery rates in athletes. Add low-fat chocolate milk to your post-workout routine.
Go Bucks!
The best tailgates start with the best beef, and the best beef starts with Market Street. Market Street, where we do beef the best.
Welcome back to Wilder Park as we head to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Coming to bat for WT will be Eddie Savoy, Dylan Fesperman, and Bryant Bailey. Still in pitching for Angelo State is Austin Teal. WT trails 10-6 here in this game. Teal comes to the plate. Strike 1 taken by Eddie Savoy. Teal comes set. A pitch inside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now for Savoy. Savoy walked in the 1st, grounded out the 2nd and the 3rd, and walked and scored in the 5th. The pitch, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes against Savoy. Savoy, .282 batting average on the season. The pitch fouled off on the first base side. Eddie steps back in. Teal comes set. And the pitch. Popped up on the right side to the right fielder. And caught. F9, first out. That'll bring up Dylan Fesperman. Teal has really come in and settled this Angelo defense down. First pitch. Outside, ball one. Fesperman. Even stance. It's a pitch. Slaps it down the third baseline. Foul. Strike one. Fesperman walks back, picks up his bat. Now he approaches the batter's box. Teal comes set. The pitch. High. Ball two. 2 balls and 1 strike to Fesperman. On this gorgeous afternoon here in Canyon, Texas. Pitch from Teal. High. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike now to Fesperman. 1 out. Teal steps off the back of the mound. Drives his hand off. Comes set. The pitch. Hit to the shortstop. Dug out and over to first base for a 6-3 put out. So 2 up, 2 down quickly for the Buffaloes. Now Bryant Bailey coming to the box. Bailey reached on an error in the second inning. Had a single to right field in the third inning and grounded out to the third baseman on a sacrifice bunt in the fifth. There's a pitch. Fouled off. Strike one. Bailey's seen quite a few pitches in his first at bat, but not as many in the rest of them. He's a very aggressive swinger early in the count. He slaps one to shortstop, coming to get it, throw across the plate. He's out for a 6-3 put out. So 3 up, 3 down for Teal, and the Angelo State Rams head off the field to pick up their bats as we head to the top of the 8th. Angelo State 10, West Texas A&M 6. You're watching Buff Baseball on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Deep in the heart of Texas, the prairie
Bud Light, proudly brewed
in the heart of Texas.
We are Carpet Tech, and we are family. More than carpet cleaners, we're a team. Diving right in, not afraid to invest in our work and each other. We're killing it day in and day out, never shrinking from a challenge. Our people are 1 part passion, 1 part grit, and about a zillion parts awesome. And we are always looking to add to our family. So what are you waiting for?
Welcome back to Canyon, home of the West Texas A&M Buffaloes, as they take the field defensively here in the top of the 8th inning, trailing Angelo State 10-6. Verdone is still pitching for WT. Up first will be Austin Beck, followed by Jordan Williams and Justin Harris for Angelo State. Verdone's first pitch. Low, ball 1. Beck struck out in the first, had a double in the third, and then flied out to right in the third, and then grounded out to the third baseman Becker in the fifth. Takes ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes now from Verdone. Comes to the plate. Ball 3. 3-0 count now for Beck. Verdone struggling a little bit here now. The top of the 8th. A pitch. Walks him on 4 straight pitches. Beck will take first. Beck has 28 stolen bases on 32 attempts this year. And Coach Corey Hall has already signaled for the relief from the bullpen, as Journey Coffee is your proud supporter of WT Athletics. Stop in or drive through for your favorite hot or iced tea drink. Thank you for some continued support of athletics. With that, we'll take a short time out. You're watching Buff Baseball on Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Suddenlink is now Optimum, with award-winning internet, TV, and mobile, giving you the power to get closer and go farther with speed and reliability. With our new 100% fiber internet we're building, together with Optimum Mobile, voted #1 in customer satisfaction, you'll get the complete connectivity you deserve. And when you combine Optimum's award-winning connectivity with our 24/7 customer service, your future is only a connection away.
One West is the comprehensive fundraising campaign designed to fuel WT 125 from the Panhandle to the world. We will strengthen WT's impact for the Panhandle region and beyond through a historic, comprehensive campaign, raising $125 million by 2025. The campaign's 3 priorities: people, programs, and places. Now is the time to make a difference for current and future generations. One West.
Welcome back to Wilder Park, where Tyler Cornett has stepped in and taken the mound for WT. Verdone is who he is relieving. He inherits a runner on first in Austin Beck. Jordan Williams is up to the bat. Cornett, right-handed pitcher, 5.73 ERA. 1-2 on the season with 6 saves, 22 innings pitched. Cornett comes set. First pitch, shows bunt. High, ball 1. Beck again is a threat to run. Pitch from Cornett. And again shows bunt. High. 2 balls, no strikes. Beck gets a lead at first. High, ball 3 from Cornett. 3 balls, no strikes, no outs here. Runner on first, top of the 8th. The pitch shows bunt, takes strike. 3 balls, 1 strike now. Does Jordan Williams. There's the pitch. Runner's going. And takes strike 2, but Schmidt drops the ball. So it's a stolen base for Austin Beck. Schmidt mishandled the exchange from the glove hand to the throwing hand. Full count now on Williams. Here's the pitch. Bopped up on the left field side. Foul. Out of play. He's way out in front of that pitch. Cornett pitches from the first base side of the rubber as a right-hander. So he comes set, a pitch, swing and a miss. Strike three for the first out of the inning. So that'll bring up Justin Harris to bat. Justin Harris struck out in the first, walked in the third and scored a run. Then got a single in the fourth, and then popped this one up down the right field line. Going back is Finning. Finning drops to his left and catches it. The runner advance. Will Finning gets it back in quickly, though. So a sacrifice F9 for Justin Harris. So that'll bring up Tyler Boggs to bat for Angelo. 2 outs, runner on third. Boggs with the ground out to third, hit by pitch and called out in the third. Takes strike one. Struck out in the fourth and lined to the pitcher in the sixth. That led to a double play. There's the pitch. Inside, ball one. Ball got away from Schmidt, but not far enough for Beck to try to come home. Cornett comes set. Pitch. Just inside. Ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike to Boggs. Two outs, runner on third. Cornett comes set. The pitch. Foul back, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now against Boggs. Back on third. 2 outs. Cornett comes set. And the pitch. Inside, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Boggs. So he steps back up to the plate. Even stance. Cornett with the pitch. And defensive swing fouled off down the third base line. So he'll step back in and do it again. Cornett getting the pitch call from Coach Hall. Toes the rubber. Comes set. The pitch. Popped up on the first base side. Foul territory, out of play. Into the grass behind the first base dugout. So Tyler Boggs lives to see another pitch. Cornett comes set quickly. There's the pitch. Off his hands. Becker's going for it. Long throw and catches him. 5-3 put out. That's a hard play for a third baseman. He's going to his left. Bare hands it because the ball wasn't hit very hard, and then throws the runner out at first. So with that, there's no hits, 1 left on base. You're no run scored, and you're watching Buff Baseball on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
We are Carpet Tech, and we are family. More than carpet cleaners, we're a team. Diving right in, not afraid to invest in our work and each other. We're killing it, day in and day out, never shrinking from a challenge. Our people are 1 part passion, 1 part grit, and about a zillion parts awesome. And we are always looking to add to our family. So what are you waiting for?
Delicious, refreshing, Pepsi.
We know that egg producers don't quit at 5 p.m. We don't quit until the job's done either. Bankers' hours don't apply at First United Bank because we believe egg lending isn't a 9-to-5 job. While you're out working the fields or managing the herd, we're making sure your money is working too. Whether it's for livestock, land, or equipment, we're one of the most dominant egg lenders in the state and have been burning the midnight oil since 1907. First United Bank. We know ag lending. We know ag.
Welcome back to Wilder Park as Austin Teal returns to the mound for Angelo State. Leading off will be Kix Farrell for West Texas A&M here in the bottom of the 8th, followed by Mike Mineta and Ryan Johnson. West Texas A&M trails 10-6 here with 2 at-bats left. WT Athletics would like to thank AOMS for the continued support of our athletics. AOMS is the official oral surgeon of WT Athletics, is committed to helping your family keep happy and healthy smiles. As Kix Farrell steps to the plate now. Farrell batting .259 on the season. And Teal comes set. There's the pitch. Foul ball, strike 1. Out in front of that pitch. Drives it down the third base line. It's Farrell. He's ready. Teal comes to the plate with it. Slow breaking ball, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes against Kix Farrell. Austin Teal gets the signal from the catcher, comes set. The pitch. Farrell fouls it off into the Angelo dugout. There's a reason why the umpire was having those guys move. That ball was hit right where the guy would have been sitting. No balls, 2 strikes. Teal comes set. Here's the pitch. Foul back down the third baseline. Farrell out in front of that one. Left-handed pitcher Teal. Done very well since he's appeared in this game. Here's the pitch. Popped up on the right side, out of play. Again, no balls, 2 strikes for Farrell, but he's fouled off 4 now. Pitch from Teal. Fouled down the third base side. It's Farrell. Kix Farrell, the starting shortstop today for WT. There's the pitch. Bounced it right back to the pitch. No, he did line it to the pitcher. Couldn't tell if it bounced or not, but it lined it to the pitcher. For the first out of the inning. Very uneventful out. Mike Mineta now steps to the plate. Teal comes set. Comes to the plate. Mineta foul back. Strike 1. Here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. 1 out. Teal coming set. Comes home. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes against Mineta. 1 out. Teal Comes set. And the pitch. Hit to the shortstop and bobbled. Picked up by the third baseman. Not in time to get Manetta. He just holds the ball and eats it. So an E6 on that. Gets Manetta on first. That'll bring up Ryan Johnson for West Texas A&M.
Number 30, Ryan Johnson.
Ryan Johnson grounded out to the shortstop in his last at bat. The pitch in the dirt. Ball one. The catcher had lost the ball. It stayed in the ground. Manetta didn't go because it was too close to try to go anywhere, because if that catcher was playing with him, he would have thrown him out. Made the right decision. So 1 ball, no strikes to Johnson. Here's the pitch. Strike one. Manetta with 4 steals on the season on 4 attempts. Not something WT does a lot of. Here's the pitch. Fouled straight back. 1 ball, 2 strikes now for Johnson. With 1 out. Trailing 10-6. Teal comes to plate. Fouled off by Johnson on the third base side. Dribbles one to the dugout. Johnson steps back in the box. Manetta short lead off first. Teal comes set. The pitch. And skips one in, but Manetta does not go. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Manetta. Short lead over on first. Teal comes to the plate. High. Ball 3. Full count now for Ryan Johnson. With 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Ryan Johnson is close to the plate. Drives one down the left field corner, and that'll bounce around. That'll send Manetta all the way to third, and Johnson will end up in second. So a double for Ryan Johnson, and Manetta ends up on third now with 1 out, and Adam Becker coming to the plate.
At number 22, Adam Becker.
The Canyon. Let's see, we've got a huddle going out on the mound here. We'd like to thank Kenny Dean, State Farm, for being proud partner of WT Athletics. For great service and great rates, call Kenny Dean, State Farm Insurance. We'd like to recognize Mickey's Place as a proud sponsor of WT Athletics. Located on the square in Canyon, Mickey's Place provides a modern twist on traditional Italian cuisine, along with non-Italian favorites. So with the pitching change with Angelo State, we're going to take a short break. You're watching Buff Baseball on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
Doors and Windows began serving the Texas Panhandle in 1927, and we take pride in being a part of your neighborhood. We don't use false promises or gimmicks. We simply offer quality doors and windows at a fair price, and we stand behind every sale. Jenkins is family owned and operated, and proudly continues the traditions of quality and excellence that started over 80 years ago. Call us at 372-4336 or stop by our showroom at 820 West 6th and let our knowledgeable staff help you pick out the perfect doors and windows for your home.
Went for a onside kick, landed on my knee pretty hard and ended up fracturing my femur. I ended up having to go back and have surgery. Even the day after I had surgery, I was back in the clinic here. It's nice to have people help me rehab at a caliber of what I'm used to feeling like I can do. One thing that I really liked was having the access to the turf, because that's what I'm used to playing on. Now, I mean, it feels like nothing had ever happened. You have a choice of where you can go. This is one of the best places in Amarillo.
Welcome to Shimon Dental Group, where every day we're excited to see our patients and treat them like family. We are dedicated to providing you with the highest quality care in a friendly and comfortable environment. Shimon Dental Group's patient-focused philosophy puts your needs front and center.
We are constantly investing in leading-edge technology. Innovations that speed the treatment process and improve aesthetics. We're expanding the breadth of our cosmetic and restorative services through training to provide the best possible outcomes.
Just with the level of commitment that they show to taking care of my family and I, it's absolutely unmatched in this town, so I've been very happy with them.
Brightening smiles for more than 3 decades.
Contact Shimon Dental Group for your appointment today.
Welcome back as Scott Ellis is checked into the game. A right-handed pitcher for Angelo State to face Adam Becker. First pitch. Low, ball 1 to Becker. Becker comes to the plate with Mike Mineta on third and Ryan Johnson standing on second after his double. We got a little conference between the catcher and the pitcher here. We'd like to recognize Lions Realty as a proud partner of WT Athletics. Give them a call at 806-358-3900. Lions Realty, official realtor of West Texas Athletics. Ellis comes set, comes to the plate. Strike 1 for Becker. 1 ball, 1 strike now, 1 out. Runners on second and third for WT. Becker takes the ball low. 2 balls, 1 strike now. Becker takes a deep breath, settles into the batter's box. Scott Ellis comes set, comes home. Becker hits one to left field and fielded by the left fielder. Mineta will tag up and score. So a sacrifice fly for Adam Becker. It does get an RBI out of that as Mineta scores. Cuts that lead now 10-7. Now 2 outs in the inning. Corey Schmidt comes to the plate. Runner on second and Ryan Johnson. Schmidt against Ellis. First pitch. Low, ball 1 for Schmidt. Ellis works from the third base side of the rubber. Schmidt stands in the middle of the batter's box. Back foot right at the chalk. Slightly closed stance. Drives one to left field. And the fielder catches it. So another F7 for the third out of the inning. But WT does scratch out a run against Angelo State. So as we head to the top of the ninth, it is Angelo State 10, West Texas A&M 7. You're watching Buff Baseball on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
It's got the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of, and now it's here. First Financial Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly, local approval. It's service that just comes naturally to us, much like a love of tradition comes naturally to you. First Financial Bank, you first. Member FDIC.
Won't do anything. Welcome back to Canyon as Tyler Cornett will take the mound again for West Texas A&M on the top of the ninth, trailing Angelo State 10-7. Up first for Angelo State will be their third baseman, Camden Kelton, followed by Jackson Hardy and Thomas Kane. Kelton with a double in his last at bat. Scored a run as well. There's the pitch. Taking strike one. Tyler Cornett gets the call from Coach Hall. Comes set. And the pitch. Hit to Mineta. Mineta fields it cleanly and throws it over to Savoy at first for a 4-3 putout for the first out of the top half of the ninth. That'll bring up Jackson Hardy. As Hardy was a sacrifice bunt, 5-3 putout in the last inning, or in the seventh inning, excuse me. His last appearance. Cornett toes the rubber and comes set. And the pitch. Strike called. Hardy steps back in the box. Cornett comes set. The pitch. High, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out here in the top of the ninth now. Becker playing very shallow third on the grass. Everybody else normal. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 by Jackson Hardy. Cornett had him fooled on that pitch. Hardy steps back in the box. Cornett comes home. Lines one to center field. Bounces. He turns like he's going to 2. And now he backs up to first. So a single for Hardy. That'll bring up Thomas Kane, the leadoff man. His last at bat, he grounded out to the second baseman. We get an RBI as the man from third scored. Here's the pitch. Taking strike 1 from Cornett. Hardy getting a decent lead over at first. Hardy had 7 steals on 8 attempts this year. Pitch from Cornett. High and goes to the backstop and bounces way up. Schmidt finally fields it. So the runner advances to second. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner on second now. Cornett becomes set. Looks towards second, comes home with it. Taking strike 2, does Kane on a breaking ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Man on second now. Cornett working from the first base side of the rubber. Comes home. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, but he will advance, does Kane to first on the swinging strike. On the pass ball. That will also advance Jackson Hardy the third on that pass ball. So with 1 out, runners on first and third, Jacob Guerrero has stepped in. Guerrero has a walk and 3 singles and a home run in this game. First pitch swinging to shortstop, to Farrell, to Mineta, to Savoy. 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. So that ends the Angelo threat. WT will come to bat, trailing 10-7 in the bottom of the ninth. You're watching Buffalo baseball here on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.
We live where wide open roads lead to wide open spaces, where life is lived a different kind of way. We believe that generosity should always be given, but loyalty can only be earned. Community is sacred. Integrity is learned. We believe in going the extra mile, whether it's time to work or it's time to play. But most important, we believe in doing the right thing, always.
One West is the comprehensive fundraising campaign designed to fuel WT 125 from the Panhandle to the world. We will strengthen WT's impact for the Panhandle region and beyond through a historic, comprehensive campaign raising $125 million by 2025. The campaign's 3 priorities: people, programs, and places. Now is the time to make a difference for current and future generations. One West.
Welcome back to Wilder Park as West Texas A&M will send Will Finning, Eddie Savoy, and Dylan Fesperman to bat against Scott Ellis, as this is WT's last chance to score here, trailing 10-7. Ellis, first pitch, strike one. Will steps back in. Ellis comes to the plate. Pops one up to right field. Right fielder goes back. He easily catches that one. For the first out of the inning, in the right spot at the right time was Jackson Hardy, the right fielder. That'll bring up Eddie Savoy now. Eddie Savoy has a walk, ground out to the second baseman. Another walk, and then flied out to the right fielder. His last at bat. First pitch, strike one. Ellis, low in the dirt, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Eddie Savoy. Scott Ellis now moves over to the third base side of the river. The pitch call comes in from the bench. Sent out to Ellis. The pitch. Foul. Strike two. Savoy bounced that one back to the WT dugout. As Savoy digs back in. Ellis, here's the pitch. Foul ball, off to the right side, off the net. Gathered up, run back into the Angelo State dugout. Scott Ellis coming set. The pitch in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Catcher took one off the face mask. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the 9th. Pitch from Ellis. High, ball 3. Full count now to Savoy. Savoy steps back in. Looking for something to hit. There's the pitch. Swing, hit it right at the third baseman, Kelton. Kelton fields it, throws it back to first. Easy out. 5-3 put out. West Texas A&M now down to their last out. Be Dylan Festerman. Festerman had a single in the first, hit by a pitch in the second, scored a single in the 5th, and then a 6-3 put out in the 7th. Ellis, strike one. Scott Ellis steps on the rubber. Comes set. Fesperman is ready. The pitch. High fly ball to left field. The fielder's dropping back, and corrals it in for the 3rd out of the game. So a F7 for y'all scoring at home for the 3rd out. So WT drops the 4th game to Angelo State, and this series will be split 2-2. Angelo State with 10 runs on 12 hits, had 2 errors. West Texas A&M had 7 runs on 7 hits and 2 errors as well. As these two teams look to head off into the Lone Star Conference Tournament, Angelo State will be the number 1 seed. West Texas A&M will be the number 5 seed and travel to Lubbock Christian next week for a 3-game series there. So those of you that can't make it to Lubbock, make sure you watch it on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network. This has been Lonnie Wilhite broadcasting here at Wilder Park